Guys, welcome back. Progress on the 58. I get confused if it's a 58 or a 59. 58 Edsel, Pro Street. It doesn't look like there's much done here, but there is something different. The hood's on it. Obviously, you can see that. There's a great big hole in it. And I'll show you what I've done to it. So this weekend, my friend Sam from Sam's Model Mayhem, all the way down from Bradenton, Florida, came up and spent the weekend with me. And he worked over here on this bench on his. I think his is a 59. I don't know. It's a wagon, so on the wagon the chrome looks different. Anyway, Sam brought his, and we worked on these things. Not all weekend. We just had fun and messed around, watched some super late model racing and stuff like that. But anyway, we did work on these, and I worked, I don't know how long on that darn hood. Just the hood. Sam's over there getting the rear suspension and everything put together on his, and I worked on the hood, which sounds kind of boring, but it is what it is. I told Sam, I said, I want this to be. I was very inspired. Okay, so let me back up just a tidbit. I've never been a guy that wants to just pour tons of detail into a kit. It's something that I want to build it. I want to finish it. You know, if it takes a first or a second at a small show, I'm happy. But my friend Hector Guadalupe, Hector lives up in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Good friend of mine. I printed Hector a wide body kit for, I think it was a 68 Dodge Charger. And Hector worked so long on that. I printed the wheels, the engine, the body kit. And he worked so long on that and took his time, and he took a top 10 this year at Acme. And it really inspired me to think, Acme, when you go to Acme, it seems like if you're not a big name, you're not going to get an award. It really seems that way sometimes. Because typically the big name guys take a whole year to build a car, and they're the ones who are presented with the top 10. Actually, I think there was 12 awards this year or something like that, or 11 or 12. But anyway, Hector spent so much time with that 68 Charger. Yeah. I think it's 68. 68, 69. I think the body's the same, but anyway. It really inspired me to think, I could do this. I could actually build something that could potentially take a top 10 at Acme. I'm going to say top 10 because that's what it's always been, whether it's changed or not. And so instead of me just throwing this together and finishing it, I said, you know what? I'm going to spend my time. I'm going to really try very, very hard to make this something that I can be super proud of and could potentially be that level of car. And some people would say, well, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm speaking for things that I've heard before. Just build for you. That this is for me. And that's what I would like to say. I'm not saying that it will. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying at all that it will. But I was inspired after Hector. He and I are great friends, and he worked so hard on that thing. And because of his hard work, it paid off. And I decided, you know what? I think I'm going to try to do that. Will I be disappointed if it doesn't? No, because of the caliber of the competition there is so steep. But I want to, for once, take that level of time and try to express myself through this thing. And that's what I'm doing. That's why when I said, and I'm not discounting Sam at all. I think his is going to be cool as heck. But I worked like a whole day on the hood, and because I want to get it right. I want it to be right. And I've never done this before. This is like very, very new to me. Like taking that extra time for the detail that you may not even see. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush this. And I'm not going to like put it off to the side either. It's going to be something that I continually work on. However, I am working on the 1904 Olds too, but I had to put it into stripper. Oh man. I won't get into that. That'd be another video. But anyway, I'm working on 2 at one time, because when this has like filler putty or something that I have to fill a hole, and it's got to sit in the egg incubator. Yes, it's an egg incubator, not a dehydrator. Same difference, but anyway, I have to do something else. So he and I were here, and I dedicated this weekend to me and Sam hanging out, and it was like, I'm just going to work on something. So, this is the car that I want to do that with. And I think that it was kind of, at first when I thought I'm going to Pro Street an Edsel, it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of deal, you know. It's like, who would ever do that? But as I'm working through this thing, it's like, this is going to be so cool for me, and I want to do it right. So the little bit of progress that I'm going to show you is not much, but it's taken quite some time to like get there. However, I don't work on this every day. I've got MCV products that I have to really push. So that takes the majority of my time. So, one quick thing I want to mention is I've talked to some friends, and I love input from anybody. Like, input is, as a matter of fact, input is the reason I've not deleted the Chrome off of this. Because on one of my first videos of this, I was like, I think I'm going to take the Chrome off. I'm going to delete the Chrome. I just want to smooth it out. And I had multiple guys reply and say, no, man, don't do that. Leave the Chrome. So the Chrome is going to stay. And my friend Billy Bear, I was talking about maybe deleting the back seat and doing something. He was like, Matthew, don't delete the back seat. So input through the comments is like very, very valuable, because I feel like I'm not just on this journey alone, that I have you guys like in here with me. And so I've got the back seat where it works. I think I covered that on the last video. The Chrome is going to stay on. It's going to look really nice, because with the Chrome on there, I mean, it's going to be a true Pro Street. It's going to be a somewhat of a stock body car, although I have done some modifications, and I'll show you those. But yeah, I love the input from the comments, because it's not like I'm trying to do this thing all by myself. I have like recommendations that are like super valuable to me. So, all right, let's get to it. What have I done? Truly, it doesn't look like much, but I have done some things, and I just want to go over those few things that I've done. So number one is the hood. I want to display my car with the hood on. I'm not discounting people that take the hood off, because there is so much engine detail in these builds that if you don't remove the hood, you miss so much. But on the other hand, with that same idea, is a real car, and what we're trying to emulate is a real car. A real car the hood would not be off of it. Again, I'm not trying to say, because 99.9% of builds, the hood is off, because again, it's a scale model and you can't really see that detail without doing it. But I want to do this build with the hood on. So I decided that the hole needs to be big enough that you can see some of that engine detail. An Edsel, the hood flips up. It flips from the front. And I'm not, at this point at least, I'm not sold on me trying to build some hinges to flip the hood, because I'm not there yet. I don't know, I don't even know how to do that. I've got a friend named Randy Bowie that he can like hinge the doors and hinge the trunks, and he can even hinge the doors where the doors open and the door opens and folds inward like it's supposed to, rather than like a die cast, it just all comes out. Randy's figured out a system to do like the doors where they'll open and look just like a scale model should. But I haven't figured that out yet. And I could take the hood off, and again, that means I said something already. I haven't done that. But anyway, I can display it with the hood off, but I really want to display it with the hood on. And that's why I made such a large hole. And I can make it bigger, but I think I worked, like I say, like a whole day on this hood, which is insane, but trying to get the measurements exactly right and everything. So I think I'm going to display it with the hood on. But again, because the hood, the width of the hole is bigger than the engine, you can still see down in it to see, engine detail and things like that. And I like the look of a car with either the hood raised or just the hood on. And if it's a single carburetor car, if the hood's on, obviously you can't see anything because it wouldn't be sticking out. There wouldn't be a hole in the hood. So with this one, luckily, I'll be able to do that and be able to do that. One thing that I had some recommendations on is the blower hat. And I came real close. So this is an Indrail bug catcher that I sell. I think it's Indrail is the company name that made this one. And I really love the classic look of this buzzard catcher. I've heard bug catcher, I've heard buzzard catcher. I don't know what it is, but anyway. But after looking, me and Sam talking it over, I think I do like the look of the more radical fuel looking type bug catcher here. This is obviously a mock-up engine. It's got fuel or hinges for the throttle on both sides. One of those will be removed. I am going to stick, I think, with this one. I have made that decision. If I'm going to do an Edsel Pro Street, I want it to be as radical as possible as far as a Pro Street goes. Pro Street's not a straight up drag car. It's something that you can drive around. And I do like this look. Love this look. I think those are the most classic bug catchers, buzzard catchers that you can have. But when you look at this one, and the engine will have a little bit more of a rake up, and it's not going to sit that way. But I think I'm going to go with this one. All right, so that's really not all that I was talking about. Okay, so some of the modifications that I've done to the front. I don't think I've covered this on the last one. I might have talked about what I was going to do, and I don't have another kit right here to show you. But on the Edsel, there are these right around the edge of the headlight bucket area. There would have been a indentation all the way around. Right on the edge, there was a little bit. Actually, if you look at the hood right here, let's see if I can. So you see that line right there? That I filled that in with putty because it's the same as the headlights. The hood was the same as the headlights. It had this little a little ridge. It dropped down and then it came out. And I'm trying to smooth all that out with a filler putty. Also, with the hood, it had a hood ornament right there, and I have deleted that. Back in the back, there was a little bit of, so the way this hood looks, this line right here would have carried all the way down, and it starts to eliminate right back here. But there was a faint body line right about here, so I've removed that, and I just wanted to smooth it out. Also, wrong way. Also, on the top of each front fender was a. Let me look. Let me show you on the box if I can. Does the box have it? Sort of. This box doesn't represent really well. Let me get my poker here. So right there, you see that? So that runs all the way. It would run all the way down, and it would eliminate at the. It would come all the way down to about right here. So I've smoothed all that off, so that's gone. You can come in. Ruthie just came in. Can I show you?
Oh my gosh, no.
I haven't seen Ruthie in a while. And she's got my newest grandbaby. All right. You gonna cover your face?
Bad.
Here's Ruthie. Here's little Lila. This is my newest grandbaby. Hey, baby girl. You want to see all these colors in here? Say, hey, Ruthie. They hadn't seen you in forever. I'll blur your face.
Okay, that's good.
Anyway, all right. So I'm going to pause it right here. I'm going to visit with the baby. I'll be right back. Okay, well, I'm back, and Heather's right here. She didn't know I was fixing to show her.
The baby.
Clarification. Baby Lila is my oldest daughter, Gracie's baby. I know you guys hadn't seen Ruthie in a long time, but it's not because she had given birth. So she just ain't been around. Anyway, okay, so what I was saying is I smoothed off. I need to wrap this up. I didn't realize how much time had already been in this video, but I smoothed off these ridges off here. I molded in these lines around the headlights, the hood. Obviously, I've already talked about that. I have removed where the hood emblem would be, and smoothed off that transition where that would have had a raised edge back here. Also, a few little places with putty I'm filling in here. There would have been these little guys right here. These would have been somewhat of like part of the hood hinges. I'm not going to have hood hinges, and it would have just left some holes here with a mounting hole. So I'm smoothing all that stuff out right there. In the back, this will kind of close this out really. In the back, you have that rear piece here, right? This piece is separate. It's not made onto the body. But one of my pet peeves is you can't really paint that piece separate and then get it to fit without having a seam or a gap. So I went ahead and molded that piece in because it's easy. I have no problem getting the chassis to go in with that in place. So I went ahead and molded that in both sides. And so that now when I paint it will obviously look like it's, part of the car, not a piece that's added on after the paint job. So anyway, I don't think there's anything else. As far as my hood being open so you can see engine detail, you wouldn't be able to see everything, but you will be able to see the valve covers, the blower belt, and depending on which angle you're looking in, the radiator and things like that. So I do think that I'm going to display it with the hood on. Once I get it painted, I will, be more sure about that. And the way the engine will actually be mounted, because it's not sitting on any engine mounts now. And I want the engine to have just a little bit of rake up, something like what I'm holding it right there. So anyway, that's my goal. I don't think there's anything else to talk about except the color. My favorite color is orange. And I'm thinking I'm going to paint it orange. And you guys can tell me what you think, but I like orange, and I've never really built a bright orange car. Yeah, I have actually. I built a '67 Chevelle, but that was way back. That's spray can days. But I don't even know what orange colors I have. I have quite a few orange colors, but I'll have to go through that. But I would like to paint it orange, just because I don't think you'd ever see a Edsel painted orange, much less a Pro Streeted one. I've only seen one on the internet. That's all. As far as like sure enough, supercharged, big tires, Pro Streeted. There's only one that I can find. But I was thinking a nice bright orange color, and the this seam, this area here, maybe like a cream color, kind of a creamsicle theme. And the roof obviously would be that white or cream color. But I think a nice orange and cream color would be really nice. I don't know if that would be something that would be like eye-catching at a show, but I think just an Edsel Pro Streeter would be pretty eye-catching. So I think that is the direction I'm going. I'd go through my paints and see what I do have, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Orange, bright orange, lots of chrome, cream color to go with it, top and side here, and I think that would look nice. And I do have the photo etch grill. I cut it out, and I'll show it to you really fast. Make this video end. Oh, crud. I knocked that hood right back off. But put the hood back on it. Oh, and then the grill fell out. Okay.
Need help?
Well, nah. Heather said, do I need help? Okay, so that photo etch grill is going to look nice. Obviously, there's more work to do, and the Edsel stuff would go on there, as well as the trim ring that goes. Let me see if I can do this without it falling all to pieces. Kinda. It's going to fall. Like that. So that's going to look good. I think so. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Do appreciate you. That's not much of an update, but it's a lot of work in just what little bit that I've shown you. Be a lot of bare metal foil work. Bare metal foil work for sure. But it'll be fun. And anyway, all right, I'm done. Thanks for watching. mcvproducts.com. You can still get there by .net. I'm going to try to phase out of the .net. So if you've not gone to my website before, .com, mcvproducts.com. Like I say, .net will still get you there. There's one extra step you have to go to get there to via .net, but it's no problem. But my goal is, I've already got new stickers. I've got business cards and all kind of stuff ordered. Also, when the new stickers get here, each order's also going to get an MCV, not MCV products, model car video sticker, as well as an MCV product sticker. And I would like to start having some t-shirts made. So I have those offered. Not Teespring t-shirts, but actual t-shirts that I would pack and send to you. So lots of stuff that I would like to do. A lot less time to do it. And we're working. We're doing it. So guys, thanks for all your support. Do appreciate everybody that has supported us via these videos. Thumbs up, subscriptions, just watching this stuff. And especially through mcvproducts.com. Almost said .net, but you guys are great. I appreciate you. Thank you for your continued support, and I guess that's it. So we'll talk to you later. Heather says
Bye.
Heather says bye, Heather.
Bye, Heather.
Say bye, Heather.
Bye, Heather.
Okay, there you go. You know what Heather I'm talking about, right? Heather Hanscom.
I know.
Show. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. All right, anyway, guys. All right, guys, take care. See ya. Bye.